Now, the curtain rises this Saturday on the 2026 West Clare Drama Festival as 9 nights of outstanding amateur theatre get underway in Doonbeg, with groups travelling from across the country to compete under the auspices of the Amateur Drama Council of Ireland, and a programme promising everything from comedy to high drama. It's set to be a fantastic week for theatre lovers. And joining me now is the chairman of the West Clare Drama Festival, Andrew Killeen. Andrew, how are things?
Good morning.
Thanks very much. Good to chat with you again as well. And I'm sure this close to the festival, excitement is high in Doonbeg for drama lovers and theatre lovers, but just everything else that the festival brings, and we'll get to that as well. But how are preparations going with the finish line in sight?
Sure. Look, it's all set really to go. All we're left with now is the preparation of the hall itself. Maybe on Friday night, as the first group from Mayo will be in on Saturday morning setting up, so we need to have everything ready for them. Our tiered seating will be going in this afternoon, and we'll be finished getting the finishing touches done then on Friday night, and all ready for the go then on Saturday evening.
Can you give people a reminder of the illustrious history of this festival and how it's positioned itself as one of the key drama festivals in the country, Andrew?
Yes, indeed. And I suppose I just premise that by saying, of course, last year, late 25, we lost our great leader in the festival in Mort McInerney. God be good to him. And again, we express, of course, our condolences to the McInerney family. And I suppose one of the reasons for the festival being, as you say, as illustrious as it is through the festival circuit, is the work that Mort and many, many more did over 64 years, indeed. So, and we're delighted, of course, to have Johnny Igo still involved in the committee and the executive, also a founding member of the festival. So I suppose Mort would be synonymous throughout the country with drama, with festivals, and he would have been chair of the ADCI on 2 occasions in the history. And of course, we're privileged to have the present chairperson of the ADCI, and John Keane, also from our festivals. So I suppose that plays a big part. But one of the biggest things that really made, I think, Doonbeg and the West Clare Drama Festival stand out over the years was the Céad Míle Fáilte and how the groups were looked after when they travelled to West Clare. And we really do appreciate groups travelling. You can see from our programme that they're from Wexford and Mayo and Cork and Kerry, and obviously our own local groups and a group Tipperary, of course. We welcome back Holy Cross Ballymacahal this year as well. And so it's important because, we're a little bit off the beaten track, Alan, so we take pride in how we take care of these people when they come to us for the festival.
And you do, because this is, as I say, one of the key drama festivals in the country. But it's each year, no matter how more experienced you all get at putting it on, it is a huge undertaking, Andrew. Nine nights of it, 9 consecutive nights. What does it take behind the scenes to bring that all together?
Yeah, well, it takes a very committed group of people, and I suppose we have the executive group, and then we have our ladies and gentlemen of the full committee, and it does take a good number of people to keep that going for 9 consecutive nights. And I can tell you, we will be quite exhausted at the end of the 9 nights. However, we will also be energised by it. We have great fun doing this and preparing and getting ready, and we've great people involved right down through the years, and some new people have joined the executive this year, a bit of youth coming in our new secretary in Eva Keane, and an assistant PRO in Eva McInerney, and Rita McInerney, of course, has taken over as festival director, and I just don't know how Rita does what she does. She as you know, she's our county councillor as well, and she's running her business, and she's very much involved in all things community in Doonbeg. So, and all the rest of the committee, and everybody who has a job takes on their job, gets on with it, and there's no fuss. And, as I say, we have great fun. We'll have a great 9 nights over the festival. And look, we love welcoming the groups, obviously, but we really love welcoming the people into the hall. the patrons who come along, and the bums in the seats, which is so important to the running of the festival from a financial point of view. And I suppose then obviously we have people working with all our businesses who are supporting us, our sponsors and advertisers, and that also is hugely important to the running of the festival. It's not cheap. It's a well-run show, and it takes there's a lot of expenses involved. So we're very, very appreciative of the people who come along to support us, whether through, as I say, the businesses, or whether the people that come in to for the 9 nights to watch the shows.
Yeah, well, look, there will be great variety. You touched on the origins of some of the drama groups who'll be performing across the 9 nights: Mayo, Kerry, Cork, Waterford, Tipperary. Of course, three drama groups for the home crowd to get behind. Currafin Dramatic Society, who we had in talking about Wit, they'll be performing that on Monday the 9th. Then West Clare Drama Group doing Awake in the West, and Outgoing Tide performed by Schlievaughty Drama Group. So I'm sure they'll get the loudest cheers across the 9 nights.
Oh, indeed, and it's hugely important to our festival to have the Clare groups coming, Cora Clare have come along in the last number of years, and they just raise the roof every year with the hall being full, as well as the reaction that they get from their productions. So it's and we're constantly encouraging all, because there's a lot of drama in Clare, all the way from Oakwood here down the road in O'Carra, all the way up there to Doolin and to Kilfenora. Mullock entire group they show down to Kildysart. The county is full of drama, and we'd love to see, of course, more and more of the local groups coming along and having a go, because the one thing that festivals does is it really, because of course of the professional adjudication, and again we will be of course welcoming Tom Byrne to do that job for us this year. I think that's huge advice, and you're always learning and learning your craft and your skills. So, but we'd love to see, obviously, the local groups coming along as well to the festival. It really, of course, does fill the hall, of course, when you get the local support in. But also the travelling groups that come from outside, they're well known as well, and you often feel the hall is very full for those groups. And then this year, I suppose it's there's some of the older plays coming back again. Philadelphia, Here I Come. We haven't had that for some time. Sive, obviously, John B is always a winner in our festival. Always brings the crowds. So it's great to see those. And then you have the likes of one of the Arthur Miller great plays, All My Sons, on the final night. So there's a great selection of material.
Yeah, and can I ask you on that, because there is that nice mixture of comedy, tragedy, serious drama, how you go about selecting the programme?
Yeah, I suppose, again, that goes back to Rita's great work as well, in that applications open, and I can tell you that they're only open on a midnight, and all the applications are in by the morning, as groups try to plan their schedule for the months of March and April. And I suppose we're fortunate enough, over the last number of years, I suppose the numbers have declined travelling, but obviously COVID played a part in that, as well as the expenditure and the cost of doing those kind of. When you go on the circuit, it is very expensive. So I suppose the number of plays that are applying now, groups that are applying, has increased. So I suppose the first thing you have to do is we're running 2 competitions, so you have your confined and open. So to have an open competition, you really need to have 4 open groups. So you have first, second and third. If you had only 3 groups, you could still run your competition, but you only have a first and a second place, because ultimately this is a competition and the groups are looking for points to go forward to the All-Ireland finals. And so we'd always try and get that split of 4 open and 5 confined. So look, it's great to get the open groups travelling, and then the confined, obviously, as we were saying about our 3 local groups, we will of course cater for the local groups first, and then other travelling groups then. So yeah, you do a little bit of picking and choosing at times, more around the plays. We obviously, there's no prejudice in us whatsoever towards groups. It is more about the plays, and you're thinking of your audience and all that as well. So there's a little process there, but generally speaking, it's pretty seamless.
Okay, well, across most of the nights, doors open at 7:15, curtain up at 8 p.m. Earlier start on Sunday the 15th for Ballycogley players from Waterford performing Arthur Miller's All My Sons. That gets underway from 7:30, so doors will be open earlier, I'd imagine. If people want to attend some or all of the festival, Andrew, can they buy individual tickets? Is there an overall festival package?
There is a course, and it would have been well flagged on social media since before Christmas that our season tickets were available. Only season tickets were available up to the middle of February, and that just made it a lot easier for the person to go in and buy their season ticket. But since the 15th to 16th of February, it's open to all ticket sales. So anybody wants to just go on to www.westclaredramafestival.doonbeg.com and just follow the instructions. They can still go ahead and buy their season ticket, which we feel is brilliant value at €90 for 9 nights, or they can indeed go in and buy their individual night ticket for €15 for adult or €8 for child or student. So just follow the instructions on the website, or indeed come along to the door. But you know, some nights are selling fast, and as I said, the likes of the Coraclare, Corafin, the local groups, Shribhakti, they'll always fill. So I would suggest to people to go get online, book your ticket, but we will be accepting cash and card payment at the door if seats are available. If seats are available, I must reiterate.
Stress that, underline it. Well, look, it's going to be a great run from the 7th to the 15th of March in Doonbeg, and the festival obviously brings great for local businesses and just great for the vibe around the place as well. I'm sure lots of excitement too. So Andrew, thank you very much for joining us. Hope it all goes off very well, although it always tends to do so. Andrew Killeen there, the chairman of the West Clare Drama Festival.